something I've wanted to do since I was 9 years old, is to drive a Top Fuel car. And you know, why most people were in Vegas over October, you know, trying to figure out what costume they were going to wear, you know, on the strip to go party. I was in Vegas living my dream, and I was about to make it happen.
For most drag racing fans and enthusiasts, driving a Top Fuel dragster is merely just a dream. For Cameron Ferré, it has been the same for 20 years, but on one sunny Las Vegas day, that dream became a reality.
Coming into the weekend, we started off with the Vegas National, and I was driving Larry Mirsch's A Fuel car, and it was a great weekend. We had the breast cancer awareness deal on the car and with all the sponsors, and it was a really good push there. We did pretty decent, and after the National was over, I literally took all my gear and headed over to the Top Fuel pits, and I was interacting with some of the crew people, and you know, got acquainted with the car, and you know, there was a bunch of different seats that we wanted to try because I'm so little that I wanted to make sure that I was fitted in the car as safely as possible, and you know, safety is a big thing for me, so I wanted to make sure that I was in there safely, and you know, they had a couple different steering wheels as well to, you know, as far as making sure how my arms were in the car and everything. And from there we started it up, and you know, we wanted to do that to make sure all the procedures and everything were, you know, we were all in sync. It's, you know, drag racing is very procedure oriented, so we just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page. It's, as far as the mechanics, you know, the brakes in the same spot, the fuel levers in the same spot, you know, the clutch and throttle and all that stuff, it's all pretty well the same, so it makes the transition a lot easier. So, got all that squared away, and basically they said, we'll see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Surrounding yourself with the right people is sometimes a key to success. For Cameron, that list is nothing short of great mentors and drivers who have once been in his shoes.
It's really cool to see so many people get behind me and want to see me succeed and want to see me continue this dream, such as Larry Mirsch. Larry's been a huge influence in my racing career, and he's done a lot for me, and just being able to talk with him, being a driver / owner, and he's been around it his whole life, so it's a very big mental game too, just driving one of these things, and we're able to work really well with each other to, you know, to get through that mental block and to, you know, make yourself be the best that you can be. And so between Larry and Tim and, you know, John Hale and even Sean Langdon, you know, I raced with Sean since the junior dragster days, and you know, I was able to talk with him too, and it was just cool. He's like, you know, Cameron, you've driven a ton of things, and you know, you're going to do great. He said the only thing that you're going to be surprised by is once that clutch locks up, the thing's going to take off again. And he said just hold on, and it's going to be the best feeling of your life. And he definitely was right. It was a heck of a ride the first time, and you know, I can't wait to do it again. So Monday morning rolled around, and we showed up at the track, and it felt like any other day at the races. You know, I'm big on repetition, so whether it's Super Comp or A Fuel or a funny car or whatever it may be, I try to come into it with the same attitude. I take everything very seriously, and you know, this is what I strive to do. So you know, it's a job to me, and I take it very serious. And nothing really hit me until I rolled around the corner, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, waited my whole life for this moment, and I'm standing in the staging lanes with a fire suit on, about to get into a Top Fuel dragster, and it was awesome. Just that moment, that's when it hit me, and I had all my friends and family there. You know, my dad was there, my girlfriend was there. I had some really, really good friends that came out for it that have, you know, supported my career this whole time. And you know, Larry stayed over. Even some of the crew guys over on the A Fuel team, they even stayed because they wanted to experience and, you know, share the experience with me. And I thought that was cool. I had quite the cheering section for a Monday test day, and it made it that much more special to have those kind of people there. And next thing you know, they said, okay, suit up, and there I was, strapping into a Top Fuel dragster for the first time. And I got in the car, and we sat there for a little while, and because there was some track, I think there was an oil down, and so I had to sit in the car for a little while longer, which was actually fine with me, because I was able to run things through my head again and take a few deep breaths and, you know, get in the zone, as I like to call it. And once they cleaned the track up, I rolled around the corner, and it was just that moment where you have the who's who of drag racing standing there on the starting line, from crew chiefs to team owners to drivers themselves, and just standing there waiting and watching me. And we rolled up in the water box, and Todd was there, my boss at work, and I was driving his car, and so it was a sense of soothingness, because he's kind of coached me through this deal, and we work really well at work together, so it kind of worked out. And so we started the car and did the transfer procedures, and they motioned me forward and rolled through the water and stepped on the gas for the first time, and the thing literally jumped off the ground. And I just thought to myself, like, whoa, like, I knew what an A fuel burnout feels like and sounds like, and it's nothing compared to a top fuel burnout, and it was awesome. And so after that, just kind of went through the procedures like I do in the A fuel car, backed up, went, they adjusted the wheelie bar and everything, and the Mark on the team, he rolled me into the beams and gave me the look, gave me the thumbs up, and said, point at the tree and go do it. Went in, staged, and fuel on, clutch out, and bump it in, and lights lit up, and stood on the gas, and it was the most insane feeling I've ever experienced, and it was the most amazing feeling I could ever explain. And I only went to 600 feet, so I was just in shock. I got out of the car and at the finish line, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is rad. And so it basically continued from there. We hurt the car a little bit, the motor a little bit on the second run. So what happened is we were kind of in a time crunch because they were only running until about 5 o'clock. Well, we decided to change motors, and in the midst of changing motors, it was just, the time was running out. So Barry asked me, he says, hey, how do you feel about getting your final license pass at night? I just kind of chuckled, and I said, why not? Shoot the moon, here we are, header flames. And it was really cool because believe it or not, I got my Super Comp license at night, and I got my funny car license at night. So it was kind of a, full circle moment. So, and it made for really cool pictures. And so we went out there and did the same thing, and there we were. After Monday in November, it was the best Monday of my life. I was a licensed Top Fuel dragster pilot. And it was a really good SEMA after that. I went to SEMA and raced the divisional after that. They were all super stoked for me, and it was really cool because they're like, man, you went 300 miles an hour on Monday, and now you're going to go 175 in a Super Comp car. Why would you even want to do this? And I just would tell, I'm a racer, through and through, and this is where I want to be, and this is what I want to do. And whether it be a Super Comp car or a Top Fuel car, like, I'm down. And but obviously Top Fuel is my ultimate end goal, and I want to do that for a living, and that's my plan, and that's what's going to happen.
With the 2016 NHRA season upon us, Cameron will be getting back into his Larry Mears tuned A Fuel dragster and chasing Wallies as planned. One difference this year is there's a Top Fuel license in his back pocket waiting for the call.
Trying to become a professional racer has been a heck of a journey, and I have a huge support system that's been there since day one, and there's a lot of people that have encouraged me to keep going, mentally, financially, whatever it may be. There's a ton of people that I can't thank enough, and getting me to this point to even just license in a Top Fuel car has been a huge step, and I just wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. And I hope to one day make you all proud, whether you're coming at the races, to the track, or if you're watching it on Fox Sports 1 and seeing that I was able to make it. And you are one of the reasons that I am here. And I just wanted to say, to all of you, thank you very, very much. It's been a heck of a ride, and I hope this ride isn't over. I'm not ready to hit the chutes yet.